Hello, this is Sean McGever with BIB355, Introduction to Biblical Interpretation. Welcome to the class. I want to give you a brief overview of some of the things I posted in the announcement. First off, one of the most important things would be to post your bio on the class wall so we can get to know each other. Then I'd strongly recommend that you print out the syllabus. You can certainly reference it and look at it electronically, but I've found, at least for myself and many of my students, if you print it out, it becomes an easy checklist to know if you've done everything that is needed. Then, with every assignment, hopefully like you're used to at Grand Canyon, make sure that you turn in any assignment that is over 500 words to turn it in. Now, some of the assignments might be just a little bit shorter. I'd say, just to play it on the safe side, that you always submit it so that you don't risk not turning it in. Because if you don't turn an assignment in to turn it in that is over 500 words, then I am not allowed to grade it, and you'll get a 0. So there are 2 or 3 that you might not need to in this class, but you may as well just turn them all in. You really have nothing to lose, and then you won't have to think about that. Some tips about turn it in. In this class, you will have the opportunity to cite the book and our lecture, but also scripture quite a bit. Also, I will be giving you some templates to help the first 2 assignments. And because of that, you might have some scores that are higher than normal. Usually, we're looking for a turn it in report that is at least 20% or lower, so that at least 80% of the material is original from you. But on a few of them, that might be difficult because there's a lot of scripture. In those cases, you don't need to worry about a false positive. I review all of the turn it in reports, so you don't have to worry if your material is original. But on the other hand, I would like to say that you really do not need to copy and paste an entire Bible passage, except for instance, when we do a sentence diagram. You do need all the words of a particular verse in that case. But for the rest of our assignments, you really do not need that. In fact, I'd rather that you not, because otherwise you're just going to be taking up the word count that you otherwise could be adding helpful information to your assignment. So I would just cite it just like how I suggest that you do it down there. Just John 3:16 through 17. That format is the traditional format that you can find in most biblical scholastic literature. With late work, the deduction is 10% per day, so work to get that in on time. And don't wait until the last moment. There's no reason that you couldn't get ahead and turn it in earlier. And in fact, if you want to help your grade, if you give me at least 24 to 48 hours to take a look at it, I'm happy to provide preliminary feedback. I might not be able to grade it or give you every single detail, but I can tell you if you're on the right track and maybe give you a suggestion or 2. But again, I'm going to need at least a day or 2 to do that in order for you to be able to get it back, then for you to make those corrections and submit it. The reading, I've had some students that have tried to do this class without the textbook, and that's just not possible. There's actually some assignments that prescribe certain pages that you have to read and cite. So if you were hoping to maybe wait and see if you need this book, you do need the textbooks to do it. Get it done early, and be very careful to quote the book correctly. You should just get used to it right away, especially the Klein and text. Right here is how you can cite it. It's very simple, but it's surprising how many students struggle with that. Last kind of introduction point here is with writing. This is an upper division college level class, and so college level writing will be expected. Understand that's not everyone's strength, but at this level that is going to be expected in order for you to get a decent grade. And because of that, I strongly recommend that you proofread all of your assignments and your posts. Usually the best way to do that is actually to have someone else do that. So you have to get your work done early. But if you are struggling with that and you're not getting help and improving, your grade certainly will reflect that. Oftentimes I cannot completely understand people's content when their grammar and writing is poor. So if you would like to have a good grade, then you're going to need to have an excellent proofread paper. One of my pet peeves, I'll just let you know too, especially in a class on the Bible, is that you capitalize the word Bible just like you would any other book. Every book title needs to be capitalized, and the Bible is a book, an important book, and I'd expect you to do that. A couple last tips and then we're done here. I would say that every student I have had that has received a high grade has used the rubric, which you can view in the assignment folder in the upper right hand corner, and you can see exactly the items that I'm checking for each aspect of assignment for the grade. Look at that, and I would use that to help write your assignments. Second, I provide comments after every assignment that you turn in, and I'm shocked at how many students do not read those on really simple things. Sometimes they'll go the entire semester and get it wrong every single time, like simple things like the title page or not capitalizing the word Bible. I would say this too, that this is a challenging class, and in this class you will earn your grade. If you're used to maybe getting high grades easily, you might do that in this class, but you also might not. You'll be challenged in this class, and I don't just give people grades, they earn them, and at the end of the semester they will feel, my students feel a great sense of accomplishment when they're done with all this. In order to do that, make sure you read all of the announcements, and just a suggestion for assignments, almost every assignment is best presented when it uses a simple outline of an introduction, then the content, then a conclusion. That will help your structure quite a bit. I'll post more information each week, so be sure to read that, and I look forward to being in the class with you. Thanks.